Well, folks, it finally happened. The moment we've all been speculating about for months has finally come to pass. Joe Biden, after months of speculation and enough gaffes to fill a blooper reel longer than his presidency, has decided to sit out the 2024 election. Yes, you heard that right. The man who has been at the helm of the nation through some of the most turbulent times in recent history has decided to step aside.
Don't worry, he's still with us, cognitively speaking at least. His decision doesn't mean he's disappearing from the political landscape entirely. He'll still be around, offering his wisdom and experience, albeit from the sidelines. He just won't be gracing the Oval Office with his presence for another 4 years. This marks a significant shift in the political dynamics of the country, and it's bound to have far-reaching implications.
The official reason? He wants to focus on serving the American people. He believes that stepping aside will allow him to better concentrate on the issues that matter most to the nation. The unofficial reason? Maybe he saw his approval ratings and thought, even I wouldn't vote for me right now. It's no secret that his popularity has taken a hit in recent months, and perhaps this is his way of acknowledging that. It's a move that has left many people scratching their heads, wondering what the future holds.
Of course, no presidential exit is complete without a good old-fashioned endorsement. It's a tradition as old as the office itself, and Biden is no exception. And Biden, never one to disappoint, has thrown his weight behind, wait for it, Kamala Harris. Shocking, I know. This endorsement is bound to shake things up within the Democratic Party and beyond.
But before we dive into the glorious uncertainty that is a Kamala Harris presidency, let's take a look at what this all means for the Democratic Party. The party now faces the daunting task of rallying behind a new leader and presenting a united front to the electorate. Because, let's be honest, they're probably freaking out more than a bunch of toddlers who just dropped their ice cream cones. The stakes are high and the pressure is on. The coming months will be crucial in determining the direction of the party and the nation as a whole. As we move forward, all eyes will be on Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party. Will they rise to the occasion, or will they crumble under the weight of expectations? Only time will tell. One thing is for sure, the political landscape is about to get a whole lot more interesting. Stay tuned, folks. The next chapter in American politics is just beginning, and it's bound to be a wild ride.
So, Kamala Harris is officially in the running, the first female president, the first black president, the first president to accidentally laugh during a national crisis. Only time will tell.
Harris has her work cut out for her. She's got to win over a party that's still reeling from Biden's decision. Convince America she's not just a cardboard cutout of progressive talking points, and, oh yeah, actually run a country. No pressure or anything.
But hey, at least she has Biden's endorsement, right? Which is about as useful as a screen door on a submarine at this point. That's right, folks. The 2024 Democratic National Convention is heading to the Windy City. From August 19th to 22nd, Chicago will be crawling with more Democrats than a Bernie Sanders rally.
Get ready for 4 days of speeches, platform debates, and enough political posturing to make your head spin. Will we see another epic balloon drop? Probably. Will there be awkward dance moves from politicians trying to seem relatable? Definitely. Will anything of substance actually happen? Don't hold your breath.
But hey, at least it'll be entertaining, right? Okay, so maybe democracy getting done is a bit of an exaggeration. The DNC is more like a 4-day infomercial for the Democratic Party. It's where they try to convince America that they're not a bunch of out-of-touch elites who spend more time arguing amongst themselves than actually solving problems. And this year, they've got their work cut out for them. With Biden out of the picture, the Democratic field is wide open, which means the DNC is going to be less of a coronation and more of a political free-for-all. So grab your popcorn, America. This is gonna be good. Section 5, Gavin, Andy, JB, the underdogs eyeing the prize. In the ever-evolving landscape of American politics, the underdogs are often the ones who bring the most unexpected twists and turns. This time, with Biden stepping aside, the stage is set for a new wave of ambitious Democrats to make their mark. With Biden out of the picture, a whole pack of ambitious Democrats are sniffing around the White House, hoping to snatch up the nomination. These candidates are not just looking to fill a vacancy, they are driven by a vision to reshape the future of the country.
We've got Gavin Newsom, the slick-haired governor of California, who's probably already got his campaign playlist queued up on Spotify. Newsom, known for his progressive policies and charismatic presence, is ready to take his California success story to a national stage. Then there's Andy Beshear, the governor of Kentucky, who's managed to stay afloat in a sea of red. Beshear's ability to navigate the political waters of a predominantly Republican state has made him a standout figure, proving that bipartisan appeal is still possible. He's like the political equivalent of a unicorn rare, mythical, and probably doesn't actually exist. Beshear's unique position as a Democrat in a red state gives him a distinctive edge, making him a fascinating candidate to watch. And let's not forget J.B. Pritzker, the billionaire governor of Illinois, who's hoping to buy his way to the White House. Pritzker's deep pockets and extensive fundraising network make him a formidable contender. But can money alone secure the presidency? He's like the Monopoly man, but with worse hair. Pritzker's wealth and influence are undeniable, but his challenge will be to connect with everyday voters and prove that he's more than just a wealthy businessman.
Will any of these guys actually stand a chance against Kamala? Probably not. Kamala Harris, with her experience and established political network, remains a formidable opponent. However, the unpredictability of politics means that anything is possible. But hey, stranger things have happened in politics. The underdogs have a way of surprising us, and this race is far from over. Each candidate brings their own strengths and weaknesses to the table, and the coming months will be crucial in determining who can capture the public's imagination. Like, remember that time a reality TV star became president? The political landscape is full of surprises, and the past has shown us that anything can happen. The rise of unconventional candidates has become a hallmark of modern elections. Yeah, let's never forget that. As we look to the future, the lessons of the past remind us to expect the unexpected. The underdogs may be eyeing the prize, but the journey to the White House is fraught with challenges and opportunities. Only time will tell who will emerge victorious. Section 6. Can Kamala unite the party, or will it be a food fight? The Democratic Party is a lot like a Thanksgiving dinner with your dysfunctional family. Everyone's got their own opinions, everyone's fighting over the last slice of pie, and someone always ends up crying.
And right now, Kamala Harris is the one trying to keep the peace. She's got to win over the progressives who think she's too moderate, the moderates who think she's too progressive, and the independents who are just trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
It's a tough job, but hey, someone's got to do it. Section 7. Remember, Michigan, your vote still matters, even if Biden's doesn't. Attention, Michiganders! Just because Biden's decided to sit this one out doesn't mean you should. The 2024 election is still happening, and your vote still matters.
Especially when it comes to those pesky absentee ballots. The deadline to request one is September 26th, so mark your calendars. And make sure you get those babies in on time, because every vote counts. Unless you're Joe Biden, apparently.
So do your civic duty, Michigan. Vote like your democracy depends on it. Because let's be honest, it kinda does. # Section 8, the ghosts of DNC's past, from donkey shows to political earthquakes. The Democratic National Convention has seen it all. From the early days of simple gatherings to the grand spectacles we see today, the DNC has evolved dramatically over the decades. From epic speeches that have inspired generations to disastrous gaffes that have become the stuff of legend. From historic nominations that have changed the course of American history to bitter infighting that has threatened to tear the party apart, the DNC is a microcosm of American politics at its finest, and sometimes its most ridiculous. It's a stage where the best and worst of political theater play out in real time.
Who could forget the 1968 Democratic National Convention in Chicago, where anti-war protesters clashed with police in the streets? The images of chaos and conflict are forever etched in the nation's memory. Or the 1992 convention in New York City, where Bill Clinton famously declared, "I feel your pain." That moment not only defined his campaign, but also resonated deeply with the American public.
The 2024 DNC in Chicago is sure to be one for the history books. With the city's rich political history and the current charged political climate, all eyes will be on Chicago. Will it be a triumphant return to form for the Democrats? Will they manage to unite the party and present a strong front for the upcoming elections? Or will it be another chapter in the party's long and storied history of dysfunction? Only time will tell. One thing is certain, the stakes have never been higher, and the world will be watching. Section 9. What does this mean for the Republicans? Spoiler, they're probably panicking. The Republicans probably thought they had this election in the bag. After all, they've got their own brand of chaos going on over there, with Trump threatening to run again and a whole bunch of other candidates vying for his endorsement.
But now, with Biden out of the picture, the Democrats have a chance to regroup, recharge, and maybe even find a candidate who can actually beat whatever Trump-endorsed Frankenstein monster the Republicans end up nominating.
So yeah, the Republicans are probably sweating a little bit right now, and they should be, because the 2024 election just got a whole lot more interesting. Section 10, buckle up, America. It's going to be a bumpy ride to 2024. The 2024 election is still 2 years away, but it's already shaping up to be a doozy. We've got a divided country, a global pandemic that just won't quit, and a political climate that's more toxic than a nuclear waste dump. So buckle up, America. It's going to be a bumpy ride, but hey, at least we'll have plenty to talk about, right? Section 11, in conclusion, get ready for some serious political theater. The 2024 Democratic National Convention is going to be a wild ride. We're talking political intrigue, dramatic speeches, and maybe even a few tears. It's going to be like House of Cards, but with less murder and more donkeys. So grab your popcorn, America, and maybe a stiff drink. You're gonna need it.